Hello everyone, here with you today I'm Marco Pincho, founder and CEO of SprintCV, and today I'll show you in a full guide the onboarding of IT recruiter. So it's the demo that usually I do to my clients and also the best practices that I share with them, and today in this video I'll share with you. So first of all, let me start to share my screen and to guide you to every single step of the life of a recruiter using SprintCV, from logging in to uploading the first CVs, generate the first CVs, then use AI also to improve the CVs, and then also improve the prompts later on. And to end, we'll add recruiters to show you how to do it as well. So here it goes. Let's share the screen. Okay, so I'll just create a new recruiter so you can see how to do it. I'll call it Sarah Dantish. Sarah Dantish. So this is how a manager, other manager as a recruiter. I'll put it as a manager. And now Sarah, in her mailbox, just got a new email that the new account has been uploaded. Okay. Sarah needs to click on I give my consent. And then basically she needs to set up the password. I accept the terms and now she'll log in. So first she'll have the picture that she can upload. She also can skip, so I'll skip it for now, not relevant. And now we'll have some data to insert. So you can see maybe less or more depending on your company default settings. So you just need to fill. So this one, and then you just put the job title, city. You can put your LinkedIn or no, it's optional. And here it is. So basically you just have login and then you arrive to your home page. Your home page, you have the home and the company and your profile here, new consultant and the talent report. So let's start already. We need a new consultant. By clicking on new consultant, you'll be asked to insert the first and last name of a consultant. So I have here a CV. I will not activate AI review for now. So by default, you'll see that this is default settings of your company. I'll just upload the CV. So I'll upload the CV of Mariana Albuquerque. So the contact email you don't need to put. And now the system will load the CV of Mariana and will parse it. So now what the system is doing is loading a CV of Mariana that is on this layout. Okay, so this is the CV of Mariana. That is a Word document. SprintCV loads any kind of format, so from a Word document to PDF, whatever. So LinkedIn profiles, everything. So it has the summary, experience, and now the system will collect all the information, detect the technology stack, will do every single thing, and upload the CV to SprintCV. So it takes around 1 or 2 minutes. And in these 1 or 2 minutes, we'll detect the summaries, languages, education, certifications, professional experience, detect the stack, also do the real-time analytics of the stack as well. So it will do everything in these 1 or 2 minutes. Then you'll get, as soon as the system ends, you'll get the notification that the system just ended. So that has detected everything that was there, and we'll also see alarms as well. So the system now detects everything that is not okay with your setup. So all these alarms are configurable to your company best practices. So for example, we see the summary, we see the stack here, we see the industries. So all this is calculated on real time, the degrees, the languages, the certifications, and also the information. So of course, if there's few information at the project, we'll also we'll parse it very few. Okay, now you can go and generate the CV directly, for example. So you'll have your portfolio of CVs. You can click on generate, and then sometimes if the CV is too large, it will send it to your mailbox. So we'll just wait then to get it in our mailbox. Or, for example, you can go and edit. So you got the email, also with the alert, you have the link, and then now we can download the CV here. So the annex. Now the CV has been generated. So you'll see that in so we have done no modification. We have loaded the information as it was. So you can already see that it took the years of experience, the summary. It already did the years of experience per technology. We also calculated here the level. Now that you'll see that the mission, the activities, so this could be better. And now I will teach you how to edit the profile. So stay with me. So you click on edit profile. And now, for example, I want to rewrite the summary. You can write it by yourself or ask the AI with his best practices to do it. So you just click on submit. So everything that you see here, and then it will propose you here. I'm a seasoned Java developer with 20 years. You can also change the prompts in third person. And now in third person, and then you can say, I want it in 200 words. And now the AI will write it in a different way. All this thing is written based on your company settings, best practices that we have set up with you, but you always can change. Go to change it here and later on change it. I'll show it how to do it later on in the video. Okay, so now, for example, you can see that the stack is this one, but you say, okay, I want to edit the Java because it's not correct. You can come here and just say Java has been working always with Java. So the system now will recalculate the time of experience of Java. So you'll see that now it's 254 months. So I can raise it up. I also can add more stacks. So stack, I can add Jira, Confluence, Agile, Scrum, for example, and then say that he was working with this since 2019. Now the system will add this to every single project. So to these projects that we have just selected, you can see it here. You should do auto ranking after, just to push it to the top. Okay, so you'll see here that the things have been added. Then you need to review the educations. If it's fine, if it's not fine, you can add more by clicking add education. You can also see the certifications and the languages. So for example, after you had the interview with him, he told you that he speaks Spanish as well. Speaks a bit of Spanish because he did Erasmus in Spanish. Okay, and he's B1 in Spanish. And now you'll go to every single project. So we have seen the languages, the trainings, the education, and now the projects, for example. So this, as you could see in the original CV of Mariana, his experience was very few, so had very vague, had no details. The system is smart enough to correlate the stack with the summary with the most recent experience. That happens also only to the most recent experience. So we kind of detected that he was working with the other stack, and plus we added something else. So now we can ask the system to write an introduction with 50 words in the first person. Okay, for example, you can say, okay, write it in third person and start with the verb. Okay, in this way, the AI will also will do the introduction with this. Of course, you can put your own text. And now I can describe the tasks. So I can ask the AI or can write it myself. So if you have a text that you want to paste and develop something, you can do it, of course, and then you write and you save. But if you want to start with a draft wrote with AI, you can also do this. So you click on AI and it gives it that. So now, for example, you can say, I don't want to limit each task by size. So outline the tasks. I don't want to put size, avoid using others. Each task in a different line. And use verbs in a continuous form. Okay, so we'll write this without the bullet points, and each task is longer and always starting with the verb in a continuous form. So here it's really a sandbox. You can do whatever you want in order to put the output that you want. Then you can save. So now you could do this one by one. So you could change every single professional experience based on what has inputted in order to put in your company best practices. Okay, so some consultants have very long descriptions that don't fit your template. Other ones are very short. Some are vague. So the AI assistant here will be kind of a normalizer. So we'll normalize everything in order to fit your best practices and rewrite how you should write. Okay, after you finish, you click on generate CV and then generate. So you also can say, okay, I want the CV in French, so it will convert all the text to French. Okay, so you have this freedom here to select the language and the PDF in which format you want the CV. Okay, so instead of generating, I'll do something else. After you do your full revision, you can ask the AI review to do a full analysis. So from the original CV, now we will go to every single text field here and apply the company settings, the prompts that have been saved as in the company settings, like as best practices, and apply to every single field of text that you are using in order to normalize and rewrite everything using the company's best practices. After it's finished, you'll get an email in your mailbox saying, okay, the profile has been generated. It takes around 1 or 2, and then you will have both profiles here. So both profiles will be here. So also something that you can do meanwhile it's running is, okay, I want to start the CV of Mariana. So I've seen that my prompts are quite good. I'm quite happy with the result of AI review. And I also want to generate the CV directly on this template of Infinitix CV 2005. So I added the CV of Mariana, and now I create the account. So by doing this, I'm asking to the system, load the CV of Mariana, apply the AI review, and generate directly the CV in the specific format, in that specific language, and send it to my mailbox. So in this way, you don't need to do every single step. The system do already everything for you. And then meanwhile, the other profile is created. Meanwhile, we are now generating the other one with AI. So you can click on the link to go. So by clicking on the link, you go directly to the profile. You rewrote the summary. He has normalized every text. Okay, now you see that everything is written in the same way. And now you generate the CV. Okay, it's too big. We'll go to the mailbox. So the CVs are too big when they have more than 10 professional experience and more than 50 skills. So in this case, it's because there's too many skills. In order to make it fast and to don't put burden on the system, we send it directly to the mailbox. Okay, and now we have the CV attached. Okay, so now I'll show you another CV. Okay, you have here. Other way that you can also use, so you see that now it's taking everything, Java, and now every single is harmonized to be written in the same way. Okay. So for example, here we told always to write in first person, start with I, but I can also say write in third person and always start with the verb, develop, maintain. You can also say, you can really interact with AI to write this thing. So you also can interact with Sprint CV using them. So you can interact with Sprint CV using the AI CV parser mailbox. Okay, just by attaching a CV. So I'll just attach a CV. In this case, will be of Brakov Lukasz. Just need to put a subject. You remove your signature. Always make sure that you don't have your signature, and then you send it. So in this way, you are creating a new consultant. You will apply the company best practices, like if the review is active or no. You will select the template, and we'll do everything automatically. So you don't need to even to log into the system. You just send them an email with the CV attached, and you will get the result after 1 or 2 minutes. So again, each server that we are using has a different CV parser mailbox, but for the generic server is Sprint CV, then the other ones will be different, like group at CV parser. Other ones will have their own. So very well. So we have the other version that we asked the CV that we just generated. This is the output of the AI. So this is the Marianne Albuquerque that we run with the AI. So you can see it already, you can see here. This is the version that so it has almost no alarms because AI fixed everything. The summary. So instead of doing step by step, it did already this all done automatically, okay? And it has attached the CV as an attachment. Okay, so all this was done automatically by using the AI CV parser mailbox. Okay, you can interact the system. Again, short summary, just to make you understand. You can click new consultant, activate all these checkboxes, first name, last name, or you can send an email to sprintcv@cvparser.sprintcv.com, and you'll get exactly the same result. In my opinion, the mailbox, the AI CV parser mailbox, is faster because you don't need to be looking to the loading. You'll get the notification when it's finished with the edit link, and you can. So, in my opinion, you are more efficient using the AI CV parser mailbox. But each company has their own best practices, and then you should see which ones fits better your business. Okay, so now I want to show you another example here of, so you can see that Lukasz is being loaded. And then when it's finished, it will generate. Okay, so it's already the summary, should be generating the CV, and very soon you'll have the CV here. I'll just show you the CV of Brakov Lukasz. I'll go, so Brakov Lukasz, okay. As you can see, he's a great data scientist, but his CV could be way better. So very small descriptions, very few information about the stack. So even if you use AI directly, you'll never be able to have that many great results because the CV lacks a lot of information. Okay, so I already got here the CV of Lukasz. And now I'll show you what is the end result. Even like that, the system tries to fill a lot of gaps from the original CV. Okay, senior data scientist, so the stack is quite few, 8 years. And then, so the stack doesn't have that many things. And the system tries to do the better. So here, no stack. The system tries to do the best with what he got. Okay, so now I'll show you the other way around. So let me teach you how to generate a great CV of Lukasz, but using the system in a proper way. So first of all, I will upload the CV. But I will disable AI, okay? I'll create a profile. Now the system takes 1 or 2 minutes. And in the meanwhile, I already asked him, hey, Lukasz, by the way, can you give me the stack per project? Which in a very fast way, he replied and he gave me this. Okay, sure, here how it goes. Okay, so this is a small conversation that you can have by WhatsApp, by email with him, and then they easily share. So usually, if you ask them to update the CV, they will be ghosting you for 2 or 3 days. If you just put them a short question, hey, look, I just need to know your stack. Can you please reply? Usually they reply quite fast. So let's see here, the system. I loaded the CV without AI. So just to show you, no summary, very few stack, the 3 degrees that he did, the languages, no trainings, and every single thing that he did. Okay, but it's very few. So the CV is very big. So here, how I would edit the CV. I'll go to the edit the profile. And then now you go to the skills. You go back to his email and say, okay, first project, he did this. I'll just copy, add multiple skills, copy, and link it to the first experience. And now I'll do the same for every single other ones. So the more information we give to the system, the better it behaves. And now the final 3 that he did exactly the same. Okay, and with this small input, so basically I'll run again. So I already know that he has more than 12 years of machine learning, Python, data analysis, data mining, all those things. Okay, now if I ask the AI to run the AI, if I ask the system to run again the AI assistant, so now he has much more information, of course. So because we gave him a lot of data, so specialized in Python, R, and all those things. What I will do is now I will ask AI to do a full revision. So we'll wait 1 or 2 minutes, and then after that we'll have the full version of Lucas in a good way. Also, something that I wanted to show you in the meanwhile that is running is many times you speak with candidates and they say, hey, by the way, I'm really interested, but my CV is not updated, my recent experience is not there, and then they vanish for 2 or 3 days. Okay, so this is really a problem. So again, using a small conversation on a WhatsApp or by a phone call, or that you got an interview, you can really ask, okay, so he said that I'm doing a SaaS for management of football pitches and paddle pitches, courts, using Java, Angular, and AWS, and we are using Agile, Jira, and Scrum for project management. Okay, just something like this. Okay, now I ask the system, please detect me the technologies, which it will do. Now write me the tasks. Okay, deploy backend services, implement frontend with Angular, Cloud, Scrum, Jira, and collaborate with team members and in daily meetings to ensure smooth workflow. Ask the system rewrite me the introduction. Okay, even job title, for example, you can ask AI to do everything, software developer. So all these things can be done very easily. So employer, ticks, for example. You don't need to put this, it's from now, it's ongoing. In even the project, you can also rewrite it again. So court schedule. Okay, so in this very easy way, just by asking him the stack or a short description on WhatsApp or email or LinkedIn or doing the interview, you can really easily. So I was saying that this one is over, update TCV with a minor input. Okay, so it's pretty easy and straightforward to add a new experience using our AI features that really will get you a lot of time. So in the meanwhile, we already got the new profile of Lucas that has been done with AI review. And now we can see, okay, from all the information that we gave him, he wrote much better now, much better tasks, much better information, just because after speaking with him, he gave us the knowledge what he was doing. So candidates know much better than us or than anybody else what they have been doing. So you can really, in a smart and fast way, speak with them in order to get this. Okay, so here it is. Now I generate the CV in Infinitix again, and I will have the CV. So when the CVs are short enough, we'll get the download straight away. Okay, so the summary, introduction, and it did the mission and everything correctly. So for example, I could just say I want it in PDF and in French. So I generate again. And now in this case, it will send by email. Okay. Meanwhile, it's sending. I'll also show you some other information. So when you arrive, you can see my team, the consultants that you add, or the company team. That is everyone. So on the company team, then you can search. Okay. For example, I want to search for the Javas with Angular, with AWS. Okay. Let's see who we have here. Okay. So we'll have 4. For example, I could say, okay, I want to export all the CVs in a Word document in English in this specific template, and then you'll get in your mailbox those 4 CVs generated. But I also can search by years of experience. I want Javas with 10 years, with Angular with 2. So now I only have Michael Davis, because the previous person, he had no Angular, and it was just recent experience in Angular, for example. Also can see here on my talent report, if you are searching for a specific framework or a specific setup, you can come here and search, okay, I want for everyone using Click. So you'll see here the ones that are using Click, for example. You can then download by Excel all these lists, all the skills, times of usage. The level is based on the times of experience, so 02, 05. You can search here, export to Excel. And then you also can export all the trainings, educations, industry, logins, profiles, and languages reports based on consultants that you have on your system. So we have seen an advanced report. You can also put tags to people. So remote only, for example, and then later on also use those tags that you just added to search for people within your. So this is kind of people working in a kind of a collaborative way, so you can filter. Pay attention that the system always saves your last search. So if you want to erase it, you should click clean. Add tags, remote only. So you can put multiple tags to a person and then you can search. So here we'll find the persons with remote only. So here you can put maybe levels, skill sets, all those things you can put here as a tag, also to give you another level to search for people. Then some managers. So I'll just now we'll cover the AI prompts. So for example, if you decide one day that, okay, I don't want this prompt anymore, your company will decide that, hey, look, our best practices have changed. Now we would like to try something else. So for example, I want to write a CV summary in bullet points. Okay, and with a specific stack and a bit longer. So I'll save it. I'll submit. So here you can try whatever you want. You can even use ChatGPT in order to create prompts for you, and then you just paste it here. So for example, now we have changed it here. And now after you are happy, you can go back to your company settings and manage with permissions for that. So I need to give permissions. I don't have permissions for Sarah Deltis is a manager, doesn't have permissions. So you should ask your company responsible, which will then give you permissions to become an owner. So owners are people that can change the company settings. Okay, Sarah now can change it. So by being a company owner on a company settings, you will have access to this company settings here. So company settings, and then you should come to company settings and then go to AI, open AI, and now you'll see here the master prompt. So here you'll change it. I'll just keep it dynamic with the language. So I want to write a CV summary in bullet points in English, and then all those things. Okay. I also need to be careful here with the focus. So let me do it again, because we have some variables. So write the CV summary in bullet points in English with the focus and skills, and we want to with 200. Okay, so now this, after we save, will be the best practices for the next one. Okay. So if I now go back again, CV of Mariana, I edit it. So sometimes you'll have here the button, you don't have the edit one. You'll have to click on edit profile, because only one recruiter or manager can have access to the edit button. So you can request it, it's automatic. So when you click now, you see that you have the CV summary in bullet points and 200 words. So this, if you run the AI CV parser mailbox, will start to use. Will not change the past, will only change the future. So the future ones that will be processed with this prompt will be affected, will not change the past. Also, each person you can see here has multiple profiles. For example, you can create a new profile. So you can create a new profile that is a copy of the other one and maybe put it in French. So just disable the AI review because you only want to translate. And here we'll create a copy of this profile, but in French. So this is just for you to know. And then when you go to generate the CV, you can select which profile you want to generate. So this enables one person, if you want to customize one specific profile to one specific job description, you can, and then you have the multiple versions of the same person. Okay. Last thing that I want to see with you, or to show you, is that you can use AI Assistant. So here is a kind of opening a session of ChatGPT just to speak about the Mariana's profile. For example, answer to the specific requirement and give the detail, answer the specific, how many years of experience as in Java, and give the detailed professional experience. So how many years in Java plus detail is provided and professional experience. Okay, so here basically is like what we pass. So Mariana has accumulated. Okay, now the system replies to you. Okay, answering normal language. Without special characters. Okay, here is like really speaking with an assistant that will do whatever you tell him to do. Okay, so let's just put now again the same question. So we'll be changing to AI to always reply in natural language without special characters. So what you also can do, so here it is now, okay. It gives you, so about 20 years of experience. Here's the explanation. So first, what you also can do is to copy a full job description. I'll just paste here a full job description of a Java developer. And now the system also can does the analysis. So do a specific summary analysis. So for example, a job description, Java full. Okay, you put here and now the system basically passing the job description, it will do the analysis where she matches and where she misses. So all these can be used by you in order to even you can say also prepare a set of questions for the interview and answers to assess her level of Java AWS. So now the system will create you a battery of questions and tests. Yeah, so you see, basically it's really interacting like ChatGPT, so you can prepare interviews, you can also even do some information. Whatever you need, here you can usually use. Can you describe Java application on the AWS? What services have you used? Okay, so really can interact really with the system. Finally, so in a company, here you have the dashboard. You can see the list of consultants by clicking on more. You can filter by who is the manager, by groups if you are using it. Add more managers. So you can come here, new manager, just put his email, first name, last name, and you start exactly how we started this video. Jobs, you can create jobs, and you also can see who is generating CVs and which one. So if it's an update or if it's a new CV. Also, one last point is sometimes you forget the password, so you don't know how to log in. So to log in, you go to Sprint CV. Usually you click on enterprise or a company here, second button. If you forgot the password, you just put your forgot the password. So you put Sarah Dantes, you'll get a new password there. If you block your account, always restart your password with you forgot your password. And after you log in. So it's pretty straightforward. I hope that this video will help you. And if you have more questions, you always can contact us or contact your company responsible managing the Sprint CV instance, and then reach out to us as well using the emails that you will have available. Many thanks. I hope that this helped you, and do not be afraid of playing with Sprint CV, and then also try the system. Thank you. Have a great afternoon.